Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I wanted to show you what directives actually look like in the division. Now I did say that directives are somewhat new to the Division 2, which they are, but it's not a new concept in the entirety of the Division game. Whenever I make the comparison of how similar the Division 1 and Division 2 are, many people seem to doubt it, but both games are fundamentally going to be running on a lot of the same principles. So what is a directive? A directive is a modifier to your mission or to your gameplay experience that can either challenge or assist you in a way. Now, that's how they've implemented it in the Division 1. And so that's what I'm going to be speaking from. Now, there are global event modifiers, which the entire open world takes on some modifiers themselves in terms of like directives or whatever they are. Now, currently, as I'm on this map today, 2/20/2020, February 20th, the global event currently on is, I think, Blackout Part 2, and there are global modifiers that will go all through the open world. They're going to affect everything that you do, so you're going to see them up top there. So you see 3-phase operation, difficulty hard, enemy level 34, and Blackout. And actually, you can trigger these to actually work, and the developers have said that in Division 2, once Warlords of New York comes out, we'll be able to do this to our open world as well. We can come and make our open world whatever we want it to be. And then, you can also now have modifiers as well. In Division 1, it was kind of a hodgepodge of both systems together. So I've selected a 5-phase directive, and we're going to go read all these directives and read what they're about and what they do, okay? So the first directive here says Electrotech vastly reduces skill cooldowns, disrupts electrical HUD systems. Adrenal Healing says agents are constantly healed, and then it increases cooldown on all healing abilities. Kinetic Armor says armor is increased when moving, and armor is decreased when static. And then Compensator says extra stability when firing down the sights. And then, due to extra weight, agents have decreased ammo capacity. So your ammo capacity is actually limited. And one of the developers did speak about an ammo, capacity limiter in the 3-hour post-game stuff. So I was like, why does that sound really, familiar? And then shock ammo. So you get permanent shock bullets, and then overuse can shock the agent. So as you're firing it, you get to a limited threshold, and you start hearing this indicator saying, hey, you're about to, get shocked. And this will shock you and expose you in the open. And so this is pretty much the way you're going to be playing your missions in terms of how all this stuff works. And so if I jump in here right now and start playing this directive, you're going to see these things actually come into a gameplay experience. And for Division 1 players, I'm preaching to the choir here. You guys played enough of the Underground for you to kind of understand. And for those of you who aren't, this is probably what it will look like. I'm not saying it's going to be exactly a lift and copy paste. No, they'll have to refresh the experience enough, so that players who are familiar with all this stuff don't, start thinking of how stale this may be. And so let me just play like the first 30 seconds of some mission for you. If you notice, the directives are all, here, and then they're also cycling through. So I'm going to be fighting LMB. Well, this is going to be fun. Whoa. So I'm just going to use my flame turret. Oh, look, I'm so used to Division, I went ahead and exploded my flame turret. Oh my gosh. I'm probably gonna die. I'm dead, aren't I? Okay, let me back out a little bit. Look how much of a noob I am playing Division 1. This game is so hard. Many people don't realize how difficult the Division 1 is. I just lost my mind there a second ago. So he's now shocked, and then he's down. Okay, so if you notice, there's a blue bar that actually came up, and one of the things that we used to do in the Division 1 was we would use our healing skill, and this would get us immune from our own shock ammo, so we just fire our rounds much more consistently and at a much more. So I watch how much I fire, and then I wait a little bit so I don't go shock myself. Whenever I'm getting full, so he's getting full now, I'm going to hold off a little bit so that bar can actually gain some cooldowns. And then I fire. Okay, so that's pretty much the basis of it. I mean, it's not like a big deal in a sense. There are limiting aspects to it. And I think this is the kind of play style that we're going to actually experience. So if you haven't played the Division 1, I guess you can watch videos. I'm not going to sit here and play a Division 1 mission currently. I'm going to go ahead and edit this video, and then I want us to speak about this in the comment section because, you know, this may be a cool new aspect to replayability, which was a very big aspect to replayability of Underground. I think Underground could have been just a lethargic map, but it was these modifiers that actually made it to be something, if you understand what I mean. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure a lot of Division agents are also looking forward to this as well, in terms of, you know, how these modifiers work. If you notice, my agent is glistening or, you know, shining because those modifiers are so, you know, supposedly active. I don't know how we're going to see the iteration in the Division 2, which is really exciting to look forward to. So I guess that kind of answered that question in a sense, or kind of maybe, you know, fill that curiosity a little bit. And that's pretty much it for me today. Thank you very much for your time and audience, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.